Hey beer tubers! My next beer by Jamison, aka Tantrum777, is going to be his Ginger Snap Ale. And just as you might be able to guess, it is a beer version of Ginger Snap cookies. And I don't know about you, but I do like me some Ginger Snap cookies, so having it in liquid form and 10.5% ABV, I cannot complain. It sounds really appealing. So anyways, just a little bit on his recipe here. So he used American 2-row, rye malt, and molasses, and he just fills the sucker up with a bunch of crystal. Not crystal meth, crystal malt. And anyways, the hops, he just boils an ounce of Warrior for the entire 60 minutes. That's it. Which makes sense because if it's going to be a sweet, that kind of dessert beer, then you don't need to hop it up that much. Other miscellaneous stuff, during the boil he put in ginger root, which is going to be awesome, some lactose, some of the milks, and pumpkin pie spice, which, yeah, that's great. I mean, that kind of fits with a festive occasion. And then in the bottling he puts some vanilla extract as well. So this is definitely going to be a sweet beer. 10.5% ABV. It makes sense, you have all that sugar. So let me go ahead and open this sucker up and I'll show you guys how it is. So let me go ahead and pour. Alright, oh my gosh, that color is gorgeous. And then the head? Man, Jamison, you must like a lot of head. You know what I mean? Yeah, because that's just quite a bit of carbonation right there. But the color, I have to say, I'm one that it's not like I rate a beer based on color. I think it's completely or almost irrelevant. I know some people hold the look of the beer really important, but I'm just kind of like, come on, it's all about how it tastes, right, and how it smells. But anyways, I just want to say that as I was pouring it, it just had this cloudy ruby red color, and the head, I mean, look at it, it's almost like the barley wine kind of thing. It looks gorgeous. It's awesome. So let me go ahead and give this a smell here. That's crazy. It's a ginger snap cookie. That's completely what it even has the doughy smell to it too. Like it has that cookie smell. Wow. That, you know what, Jamison, the pumpkin pie spice was a good touch. It was a great decision because that really adds to it. And of course, there's ginger. I said, it smells like ginger snap cookie, but now that I'm smelling it more and more, I'm getting the spice like you would smell in a pumpkin ale, actually. Not so much nutmeg, it's the spices. And then I'm definitely getting ginger. The ginger is strong. Not too strong, it's obvious. I mean, it's right. What an interesting thing. I'm curious if any other homebrewers, for that matter, have done that, because there's Shorts Brewing and some other guys that do some really sweet dessert beers, but this is really unique, and this kind of inspires me to do some kind of like traditional Japanese dessert beers. So anyways, thank you again, Jamison, for sending me this. I'm really excited to try this, so here's to you. Kanpai. It kind of reminds me of some of the American strong ales that I've had. I guess if it was on Beer Advocate, this would be classified as an American strong ale. But it's not as sweet as one would expect, inferring me, because you get more of the spice, and that's kind of cool. I actually like that. It's almost like as if it's if I had to put my own classification, if I didn't know what it was, I would have probably guessed like an imperial pumpkin porter, or an imperial pumpkin barley wine. If that makes sense. I mean, the head kind of reminds me of some of those barley wines. It has that dark amber color, and it has the American strong ale thing. Like also, like a lot of Hebrew's Jubilation series kind of has that thing. Although the Jubilation is like a different, like really syrupy, heavy syrupy beers, but this is really good. That was my same review as the other beer, his other beer. The interesting thing is that it is 10.5%, it is high. It's supposed to be a ginger snap cookie kind of imitation beer, but it tastes clean. It doesn't leave a syrupy residue on your tongue. I think a lot of carbonation that it has really helps. But like when you drink it, you notice the carbonation for sure. Carbonation, and kind of eases you into the flavor of the beer, and then you definitely get a lot of the pumpkin pie spice. It definitely has this pumpkin pie flavor that, like when you just bite into only the pie part of it rather than the crust. And then the ginger is relatively subtle, at least to me, is relatively subtle, but it's still there. You kind of get that stinging sensation as if you're to chew on a boiled ginger root. It definitely has that kind of feel to it. Starting to smell more and taste the vanilla extract part of it, the vanilla part of it. This is quite good, and I'm actually impressed that it's not as sweet as I expected. If some of you people that have some serious sweet tooth or sweet teeth, you guys might be like, oh, I wish it was more sweet, but I don't know, I kind of dig it. I like the balance of it because it's so drinkable. Another important thing, the alcohol is well masked. Yeah, really clean feel to it. I mean, I think the spice aspect of it and then the malt sweetness is really the predominant aspect of this beer. I think if he used a lot of hops, then this really would have been a barley one, but like I said, he knows what he's doing. He just put just enough hops to kind of bring out this ginger snap kind of taste to it. And having the spices is very prevalent. The ginger, the ginger root is definitely kind of like the underlying part of this beer. And the carbonation, there's enough carbonation that just cleanses your palate and it doesn't leave this coating on your tongue. I'm really impressed with this one. As far as my rating goes, it's really hard for me to rate it because it says ginger snap ale. It didn't say cookie ale. And it's this very obscure, interesting approach, a very artistic approach to this craft. So it's hard for me to kind of rate this. The spice aspect of it is really nice too. I think in some ways it could use a little malt, but at the same time not. It's really hard for me to say. I mean, if I didn't really know anything about the beer, I guess this most objective way I could rate it, I would give it a B+, and that's not a bad thing at all. I mean, Jamison, you might be like, what the heck? But yeah, like, I mean, B+ in that way, but then I enjoy it, and then the artistic aspect of this kind of plays into it, so this might be a more legitimate rating of it. So, like I said, because at first it was like a B+, but it's so interesting with all the flavors that he has in it, and yet it's drinkable, yet it's 10.5%. The artistic aspect, the craftiness of this, that I would give it an A-. So, yeah, you know, I guess I was just speaking my mind and my thought process. So, this is an A-. Again, thank you so much, Jamison, for sharing this beer with me. I really do enjoy it. Like I said, my rating is A- overall, but you know, it's like I like doing double ratings, like B+, A-, kind of give a ballpark idea about this beer. So yeah, so this was the Ginger Snap Ale, 10.5%. If you want to do beer trades with him, I'm sure he'd be really up for it. And be sure to, you know, just talk about proper way of beer trades so everything will go smoothly. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I have one more beer that I'm going to drink of his, and I'll see you guys in the next beer blog. Come by.